You don't have time to take control of your health, but you're now scrolling Instagram for the last 60 minutes. Welcome to the Streak Performance Podcast. My name is Alex Keller. I'm a strength and conditioning coach and personal trainer with 10 years of experience. And today I want to talk to you about probably one of the conversations that I have most often when I'm talking to new clients. And this is that I don't have time to work out and take control of my health. I actually just spent some time scrolling through Twitter and I wanted to see what everyday people were saying. I'm lucky enough that I get to have these conversations all the time, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just something that I was coming across. And this is a topic that comes up over and over and over again for us personal trainers, but I'm sure because I'm having these conversations with a lot of people that a lot of people are actually thinking about this. And I wanted to talk through some of my own personal experiences with it, give kind of some solutions that can be really easy and actionable so it doesn't feel so like out of reach and people don't feel like they have to have this giant time commitment to make results or get the results that they want. So usually just kind of personal story, personal training, when you first get into this industry and you start talking to people, the first thing that you think is, yes, you do have time. And you come to it with this mindset because you're this guy where fitness is everything to you, right? Of course you make time. It's your favorite thing in the entire world. That's why you kind of made this entire career choice to follow fitness. And when other people say it, you kind of forget that fitness isn't very important to them. It should be in your mind, but it's not important to them in terms of like they have a family, they have a job, they have all of this stuff that is taking over their lives where they feel like they just don't have the time to prioritize it the way that they want to. And that's totally understandable. Now that I'm 10 years into being a trainer, I find myself making that same excuse. And I've done a lot of stuff and tested a lot of things out so I can help myself with this problem and therefore help a lot of other people get through this problem as well. But just a little bit of personal story and to let you guys know that you can do it. Right now, my life is laid out pretty hectically. I'm starting Streak Performance, which is an app that we have huge aspirations for, but I need to pay the bills in the meantime. So on an everyday basis, I am waking up around 3 a.m. and putting in 2 to 3 hours of work on content or inside of the Streak app or programs. I'm then going to train people for 3-ish hours from 6 a.m. until 9 a.m., if not 10. And then I have a block of time in the middle of my day where I work on Streak a little bit more. We do calls between me and Cody, who's the guy who is the co-founder of Streak and develops the app with me. And then I work from 3 p.m. until around 8 or 9 p.m. at night. And then I wrap up some work, try and get some sleep and go back to it. Trying to fit exercise in there can be very challenging for me. Also, I have to work out. Like it's something that I have to do because the way that I look matters for the brand. The way that I have to constantly be testing out new programs so I can make sure that I'm delivering new programs for the people inside of the app that work and are effective because I won't give stuff to people that isn't tested. But in doing this testing, my main focus has been how can I get people the maximum amount of results for the least amount of work? And this is something that I've been pursuing for probably the last 4 years. I did it with diet, with the metabolic fast track. I feel like I found like the easiest diet in the entire world with that. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I've done 2-day-a-week programs where I only work out for an hour, 2 days a week. So Monday and Thursday. Got great results with that. Was able to lose weight, get pretty darn lean, and maintain all the muscle that I had. That was important. That was 2 days a week. I did another one that was 3 days a week along the same principles, but now we're only working out 3 days a week for people that have less time, can't make it 5 days a week. Then I just got done testing one that's actually called Occam's Protocol. It was in a book that I read. I wanted to see if it worked because it sounded ridiculous. And I was doing one set to failure of 2 exercises plus daily kettlebell swings. And I got pretty good results with that. Know if I would have been able to do it long term. I only did it for a couple of months, but I seemed to maintain all the muscle that I had before. And I was able to lose weight doing different diet techniques. The problem with those 3 programs, for me personally, I have a lot of people that have gone on to use those. They're inside of the app that have gotten fantastic results. But the problem with me is I'm a creature of habit. And when I'm working with new people that fitness is not part of their life and they want to get better, the number one thing that I have to do is develop a habit in people. That's why streaks are so near and dear to me. But I made a program now that I can do every day at the exact same time. I can do it in the comfort of my home or I can do it at the gym. and it takes 10 to 20 minutes, end to end. I get done a full body workout, and I do it every day, 7 days a week. This makes me create a habit, makes me get one step closer to my goal, and makes me have the volume over the course of the week what everybody else would get doing 5 hour long workouts per week. So that works fantastic. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that later. But with that, I find that people that don't have the time to exercise can generally find the time. And it really just starts with beginning with like the lowest barrier of entry. And what that means to me is find something that you can replace. There's really only like one thing that people view as something that they have to add to their schedule as a de-stressor, and that is exercise. And that's always kind of blown my mind. Now, people will scroll on Instagram for 20 minutes a day, minimum, and they don't see that as wasting time. Almost everybody watches an episode or more of TV every single day. They don't see that as a waste of time. They go out to lunch with their coworkers to a place that's probably not the healthiest, and they don't see that as a waste of time. Where you can replace any of these actions with this 20-minute workout and still have all that extra time in there. And you don't have to go to a gym for this. There's no like extra cost or anything like that. I find that if you can do this, if you can find that thing, whether it be this daily workout, or let's say that it's 10,000 steps a day, or maybe it's 5 minutes of walking lunges, or it's 10 minutes of walking backwards if you have knee problems. If you can do those things and start building a daily habit, this is a time that you have set aside to do this every single day, then you can build all of that over time, and in no time you'll be at a full fitness routine. It's really cool. I digest a lot of like entrepreneurial content. That's just what I do. It's what I'm interested in. I'm trying to grow Streak, which is a business, right? And to be able to help as many people as possible through fitness and using my own kind of techniques, there's only one way to do everything. I find that trying to help people specifically based off of what their actual needs are and knowing that kind of everything works, it's just finding what works best for you is the main thing. But like, getting Streak out there is so important to me that I'm trying to learn as much about entrepreneurism as possible. And Alex Hormozi is a huge influence on me. And one quote that he had a while ago that I wrote down is, if you don't control your schedule, you don't control your life. I urge everybody to try and find 20 minutes every single day to do something for yourself that will make you better. If you can take control of that 20 minutes, the amount of empowerment and the amount of energy and the amount of satisfaction you'll get by doing that and moving closer every single day to your goal is going to be absolutely massive for you. And I can't stress it enough that that's really all it takes. Is take control back from your schedule. Sometimes your family controls your schedule. Sometimes your work controls your schedule. But if you can take 10 to 20 minutes a day back for you at the very beginning, you can build off of that. And because of it, you will have a better family life, a better work-life balance, and better health to prove it. In terms of eating, this is another big one where time comes in, right? Don't have time to work out. Don't have time to eat right. My thing with this is there's a couple of things that I've noticed over the last 10 years doing nutrition for hundreds of people. And it's that most people eat the same thing every day. Are they making the right choices? Absolutely not. But they eat the same thing every day. The one thing that I've implemented in my life, because I don't count macros anymore, I do the metabolic fast track diet, or I test out other options. Like I'm trying out the slow carb diet right now. But I find 2 to 5 meals that fit the rules of those diets that I truly enjoy, and I don't eat anything else but those. And you know what? Instead of getting drive-through every single morning like my mom used to do at McDonald's, or getting Chipotle every single lunchtime, like a burrito with chips or all that kind of stuff, I replace those options with something that fits with my rules and that I enjoy, and I just make that my new habit. Most people don't do that. But you can just replace what you're eating right now. It could be as easy as this. If you drink regular soda, switch it out for diet soda or flavored sparkling water. And if you can do those things and replace what you're doing right now and add a short workout in, then for no time investment, no meal prepping, no counting, weighing food, none of that kind of stuff, you'll make such a massive, impactful change in your diet that it is just unreal the results that you could possibly see. So pick your 3 to 4 to 5 go-to meals and go for that. People are creatures of habit. The habits that we have formed in the past are negative ones, and it takes a little bit of work to offset those habits with good ones. That's why I think doing like daily tasks that go and you can get them in a row. That is what a streak is to me. That's what I named this company after. We are taking one thing that'll get us closer to our goal, and we're doing it every single day. And we're seeing how many days we can string together to create the longest streak possible. So I want to tell you about the Daily Minimalist Streak program, because this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm testing out the version right now where there's bands, but I'm sure you could do dumbbells or barbells or kettlebells, and we'll have those versions in there. But I'm just doing it with bands because this is going to be the lowest entry that you could possibly have for a program to make massive results right now. And I started this 2 months ago. I am down 15 pounds. I look like I've gained muscle again because I'm getting exercise on a daily basis. I feel like I'm getting stronger at an unprecedented rate. And because I'm doing 10 to 20 reps of one exercise and moving on to the next one without any rest, I'm getting cardiovascular fitness from it. And because I'm getting 10 to 20 reps every single day, 7 days in a row, I'm getting 70 to 140 repetitions for each muscle group in the most important movement every single day, which is going to result in more volume than I'd get if I worked 60 minutes of one exercise of one muscle group every single day. It's absolutely insane. And I'm excited to see what 30, 60, 90 days of this program will do for me. But I can tell you that I had 10 people start with me and they're all seeing similar results. And I'm about to roll this out to the entire gym that I work at as a really low barrier to give people incredible transformations for barely any work at all, it seems like. Yep. So right now I'm doing the same exercises every day. I'm using bands. So a lot of times I'm rolling out of bed and I'm doing this at 5 a.m. before I have to go in for my 6 a.m. sessions. Or if I have a break at 7 a.m. after my 6 a.m. session, then I'll do it in that time. It takes me 10 to 20 minutes to finish. And then I have time to do the sauna and shower and all the other things that like really prioritize my health that I haven't had time to do in over a year because I've been getting my workout done and I've had to go to work afterwards, or I've always found this like excuse not to do it, where now this is a priority, but that priority is so small that I will create a habit again of wanting to exercise every single day because it's going to be what I do when I wake up and I go. I want as many people to try this program as possible to see what a daily action can do with consistency to changing your life and getting you absolutely unprecedented results, so you guys can really know what that low barrier is and know how much time you actually have. The workout is completely free. It's inside of the Streak Performance app under the Master Streak Transformation Program. You go in there, you check it off every single day. It'll count your streak for you. As soon as you miss a day, you lose that streak, and this will help to hold you accountable as you go forward. If you're looking for something a little bit more advanced than this, then you can go ahead and click the link below. I actually wrote a book on the 5 things everybody should try before starting a workout program. This is specifically for golf, but if you're just trying to get a little bit better, go ahead and give it a read. I would love to see what you have here, but both of those links are below. They're absolutely free. And then I want to finish off telling you guys about some of the exciting stuff that we have coming on with Streak. Right now in Streak, I have a ton of programs that are absolutely free. We are getting as many people inside of this app as we possibly can over the course of the next little bit less than 6 months now. And we are taking feedback from everybody, seeing what features and functions we want to add to the app. At the end of this, we want to replace every single fitness app that could possibly be out there. That means weight tracking and telling you how much weight you should be shooting for on your programs the next time. That means adding your own streaks. Like I do backwards walking, daily lunges, and sauna right now. And I read a chapter of a book a day. I add all these streaks in so I can keep accountable on all of those as well. Also, we're working on a point system that will reward you for getting workouts done, having a high streak. We're going to have like experience points and things like that, monthly giveaways. You can use your points to get merch from us or unlock AI features that we have in terms of building programs specifically for you and all that kind of stuff. This is all on the roadmap for Streak. And at the end of it, it's going to be like a real life video game that gives you so much for getting healthy and makes it a fun process, almost like a video game. We truly believe in this as something. I've always thought that I've had some of the most fantastic programs. I am so lucky to work with a bunch of high caliber golfers, but at my day job, training people, I do everyday people too. And the real secret to anything is getting fit, getting strong, and feeling healthy, and every aspect of your life will go up, whether it be golf or just feeling good and looking good. So Thank you so much for tuning in for this. We are going to be tackling kind of excuses and myths and those sorts of things in the future episodes to come. And I want to be able to give my insight from my experience and tell you some easy ways to get by them, because I know it's hard for everybody out there, and it doesn't have to be. If you just follow one of these very simple programs like the Daily Streak Transformation, it is going to change your life and get you results just like I get. It has nothing to do with anything but hard work, consistency, and a little bit of time commitment. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.